Stephen Hawking, the genius who couldn't walk but changed the world. Have you ever felt like giving up when life gets hard? What if your body stopped working, but your mind still wanted to explore the stars? This is the true story of a man who couldn't walk, couldn't talk, and yet became one of the greatest scientists in the world. His name was Stephen Hawking. In this video, you will hear how he faced a deadly disease, how he kept going when doctors said he couldn't, and how he changed the way we understand the universe. Get ready for a journey of hope, science, and the power of the human spirit. This is the inspiring life story of Stephen Hawking, told in simple English, for everyone to understand. Stephen Hawking was one of the most brilliant minds in the world. He was a scientist who studied the stars, the universe, and the laws of nature. Even though his body became very weak, his mind remained strong. He showed the world that nothing is impossible if you never give up. Stephen Hawking was born on January 8, 1942, in Oxford, England. He was born exactly 300 years after the death of Galileo, a famous scientist. His father's name was Frank Hawking, and his mother's name was Isabel. Both his parents were very smart. His father was a doctor and wanted Stephen to study medicine. But Stephen loved numbers and science. As a child, Stephen was curious. He asked many questions and liked to know how things worked. He loved to read books and learn new things. He also liked building things with his hands. He once made a small computer with his friends using old parts. People around him saw that he was special. Stephen went to a school called St. Albans School. At first, he was not the best student in his class. But he was very smart and always asked big questions. Soon, he became one of the top students. He wanted to understand the universe, stars, and black holes. At the age of 17, Stephen went to Oxford University. He studied physics and loved math. He found the classes easy and sometimes felt bored. He did not study too hard but still got good grades. He was also a fun and friendly student. He joined the rowing team and made many friends. After Oxford, Stephen went to Cambridge University to study more. He wanted to learn about the big questions of life. Where did the universe come from? How does it work? What are black holes? But during this time, something very sad happened. Stephen started to feel weak and had trouble walking. His hands started to shake, and he would fall sometimes. He was just 21 years old. The doctors told Stephen that he had a serious disease called ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. This disease slowly made his muscles weak. The doctors said he might live only 2 more years. This was shocking news for Stephen and his family. He was very sad and felt hopeless. But something changed. Stephen met a girl named Jane Wilde. She was kind and full of hope. She believed in Stephen and gave him strength. They fell in love and decided to get married. Jane helped Stephen believe in life again. He wanted to live, study, and do something important. Stephen did not give up. He kept studying and working on science. His body became weaker, and he had to use a wheelchair. Later, he could not speak. But his mind was still very sharp. He started using a special computer to talk. The computer had a voice that became very famous. This voice helped him speak to the world. Even with his disease, Stephen kept working hard. He wrote many books, gave talks, and helped people understand science. He became a professor at Cambridge and taught many students. Stephen's most famous work was about black holes. A black hole is a place in space where gravity is so strong that nothing can escape, not even light. Stephen showed that black holes are not completely black. They can give off energy and slowly disappear. This was a big idea in science and became known as Hawking radiation. In 1988, Stephen wrote a book called A Brief History of Time. It was about the universe, black holes, time, and space. The book was written for everyone, not just scientists. People all over the world read the book. It became a bestseller and made Stephen famous. Stephen became a symbol of hope. He showed that the human mind can be stronger than the body. He gave speeches, went on TV shows, and met important people like the Pope and the President. He even appeared on shows like The Simpsons and Star Trek. He continued to write books like The Universe in a Nutshell, The Grand Design, and books for children with his daughter Lucy. He believed that science should be shared with everyone. Stephen and Jane had 3 children. Their life was not easy. Jane had to take care of Stephen, the children, and manage the home. Over time, their relationship became hard. They separated in 1995. Later, Stephen married his nurse, Elaine Mason. But that marriage also ended after some years. Still, Stephen never let his personal problems stop his work. He kept teaching, writing, and speaking. His disease made his life very difficult. He could not move or speak on his own. But he used his brain like a superpower. People were amazed by his strength and courage. He traveled around the world and spread the message that no matter how hard life is, you can still achieve great things. Stephen had big ideas about the universe. He believed that the universe had no boundary. This means it has no end and no beginning, like a circle. He also believed that the laws of physics can explain everything that happens. He was interested in time travel, the Big Bang, and parallel universes. He said that humans should explore space because Earth may not last forever. He believed that science and technology can help us solve big problems. Stephen was also an atheist. He did not believe in God, but he respected people with different beliefs. He thought that science gives better answers about how the universe works. Stephen Hawking received many awards. He was made a Fellow of the Royal Society. He got the Albert Einstein Award, the Wolf Prize, and many more. He never won a Nobel Prize, but many people believe he deserved one. He was also given the Presidential Medal of Freedom in the United States. He received many honorary degrees from top universities. In 2014, a movie was made about his life. It was called The Theory of Everything. The actor Eddie Redmayne played Stephen and won an Oscar for the role. The movie showed Stephen's struggle with ALS and his love story with Jane. In his last years, Stephen needed full-time care. He could only move a few fingers and needed help for everything. But he never stopped thinking. He kept writing and speaking through his computer. He gave talks about artificial intelligence, climate change, and the future of humanity. He warned that if we are not careful, technology can harm us. He said we must use science for good. Stephen Hawking died on March 14, 2018, at the age of 76. He lived much longer than the doctors had said. His death was a big loss to the world. People from all over the world paid tribute to him. His ashes were buried in Westminster Abbey in London, next to other great scientists like Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin. Stephen Hawking left a big mark on the world. His ideas changed the way we think about the universe. His courage inspired millions of people. He taught us that the power of the human spirit is stronger than the body. He once said, "However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at." His life shows that even with great challenges, we can reach the stars. We can make a difference, no matter what. Stephen Hawking was not just a scientist. He was a hero of the human spirit. Stephen Hawking was more than a scientist. He was a warrior, a teacher, and a guide. He helped us understand the stars, black holes, and the beginning of time. But more than that, he taught us how to live with strength, hope, and courage. His life is a message to everyone: no matter how hard life gets, you can rise above it. You can still learn, grow, and shine. He once said, "Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet." Let us all remember his words and keep looking up. Stephen Hawking showed the world that even when the body is weak, the mind can fly. He could not walk. He could not talk. But he gave hope to millions. He looked up at the stars, and helped us understand the universe. His life was not easy. But he never gave up. Stephen once said, "However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at." Let us remember his courage. Let us remember his smile. And let us keep looking up, just like he did. Thank you, Stephen Hawking, for showing us the power of a strong mind and a brave heart.